Hey guys, and welcome to Mixing It with Santana. I'm Santana Dempsey. Yesterday, I had lunch with a high school friend who I haven't seen in forever, and we just started talking about like high school experiences, and I started telling her, hey, do you remember when this girl used to beat me up on the bus and ... And she was like, Santana, what are you talking about? You were beat up? You were bullied? And she used that term bullied. And I'd never really thought of myself as someone who was a product of bullying. I think in the past couple of years that term has been used so much more than when I was growing up. And I thought back on it and I was like, wow, yeah, I was bullied. There was a group of girls, a group of black girls that really didn't like me. I look at it in hindsight and I think it was more that they really didn't like themselves, or they were jealous, and they didn't really get me. And at that point, I was really struggling to kind of get myself as well. Still, that is no excuse for bullying, but I would be tripped in the hallways. I was called names. They pulled my hair. I was spit at. I was beat up. The most vivid one was in, I think it was high school. I think it was either 8th grade or 9th grade. A girl was sitting in back of me, and they would always kind of like slap me, from behind, pull my hair. And this particular day, I couldn't stand it any longer, and I just stood up for myself. And before I know it, this girl is plowing me in the face over and over, punching me, cursing at me, and no one did anything. The boy next to me didn't stand up for me. The bus driver just kept driving. Still mad about that today. The only person actually that did do something was my little sister, bless her heart. She jumped on this girl's back. I was screaming at her to get off me, and I think I cried. I was more embarrassed, and I did end up telling my parents. That was probably one of the only incidences that I told them. I told them, I guess, about a couple of the others, but I didn't want them to do anything. I was embarrassed, and I didn't want them to bring attention to it, So I kind of get, all these TV shows that are going on about bullying and documentaries. It's like, once it happens to you and it continuously starts to happen, you think maybe something's wrong with you. You can really get into this depression of not liking yourself. Because if someone's beating you up and you don't quite know why, but you obviously know it has something to do with you. And for me, it was more my looks. It was always my looks. Always, always, always. Always had to do with my skin. Being too light, being too dark, And I get it. I really identify. And it was a little strange, I guess, describing it yesterday to this friend who I thought knew all about this, and she had absolutely no idea. So that was my experience with bullying, and I really just kind of want to say my little PSA is, if you know someone who is or who has been bullied, really be there for them and let them tell their story. And if you are someone who's watching this and you have been bullying, stop. Like, really stop. It says so much more about you, and it's so mean, and it can lead to so many horrific things. I want all of us to kind of share a story and hopefully touch someone, because this is something that doesn't need to be around any longer. There's too many other challenges in the world, for us to hate each other and to take it out on each other because we have our own things going on inside that we're not happy with. So that is my PSA for today. Anyway, thank you so much for following me, and I will see you next week. Bye.